welcome to the 9 to 5, boys. Listen to that crisp crack of a cut water. This is ranch water. It's a watermelon tequila mix. It's actually really nice. It tastes like a liquid Jolly Rancher.
Are you
You having wine?
serious? Yes, I'm having wine.
Nice, nice. That's a change, but I appreciate the class.
Exactly. Steak dinner, so hence wine. So yes.
Ah, yes. Okay, yeah. You always got to pair with the red, like a Pinot usually. I'm not an expert. I don't pretend to be an expert. I was just arguing about this with my girlfriend last week about how wine experts are really dumb, actually. And they are. They can't like. I mean, they can tell differences in quality, sure, but they can't. There was a study done that like they can't tell the difference between like. So it was a study done to ask them like, can they identify a red wine versus a white wine, right? The flavor notes and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and all of them were able to, except the white wine wasn't, or the red wine wasn't actually red wine. It was white wine with red dye. So it was the same wines that they tried, but they just guessed differently because they were primed to think differently. So they're not. It's all about bias and stuff that shows that like it's not very effective. But anyway, I'm not going to get onto that topic. What happened
No.
in the news this week? We had Andrew Callahan to kick off the week with some new allegations and stuff. Um,
Sorry.
and then Justin Roiland as well.
I know. Morty, you gotta keep them bitches in line, Morty,
Give it open hand, Morty.
He's like, you don't go to prison with an open hand, Morty.
Oh, Morty.
Oh, jeez, Rick. I don't know about that, Rick.
we should. That's it's horrible, but it's a very bad situation,
Yeah.
and if he's found, because he pleaded not guilty like 3 years ago, and if he's found guilty, I hope he gets some time that he deserves, and I just, yeah, it sounds really like a horrible. It was a slap of charges, and I don't know what the story is, from
Yeah.
his perspective, but like, just sounds horrible. So
It's
to be like to have to go to trial for that sort of stuff. It's like, man, you must be pretty like close to being guilty, man.
it seems weird that like at the peak of like someone's career, it's like all this shit comes out, it's like wow, there's very few people you can respect nowadays in that industry. It sucks. It really
Well,
does.
yeah, because I mean, like he did it. You're right. It is like the height of his success. He has like 6 seasons now of Rick and Morty. He has a game that he launched recently.
Yeah.
He had a successful NFT launch and then like an art gallery thing going on, which
Yeah.
is cool. We respect that, but like it's not good if he did what he did. You know what I mean? Or like what he's being accused of, and so it sort of detracts from that, and also it's like it really harms him because it makes the future uncertain. It's like, well, but also people. It sounds like people knew about this stuff, and then like these supposed DMs that are spreading through like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really horrible, dude.
Yeah. And whatever people are catching, because Twitter's a fucking shit show with the whole like for you and then following. It's like that's so dumb. I hate that shit so much.
Well, then also they released this new feature today that's like you might like, and it's like all this weird shit. And I've heard people's like TLs are flooded with right wing stuff, which is probably a result of Elon.
Yeah, no, it's no, I think it's partially Elon, and then also like just in general like algorithms, how like that can take like a real left turn onto where you end up, on the internet. They did a study using TikTok to find out how long it actually takes someone to get to like right wing extreme like conspiracy theories and whatnot, or just any of that type of hateful shit. Not just right wing, Nazis and yada yada yada. Not trying to bash the right wing, but it certainly
Like
doesn't.
the extremist component, yeah.
Exactly. It takes 75 minutes flat to get to that kind of like, extremes of just continuously scrolling TikTok. 75 minutes and you get there.
Well, you get like the hashtags right, and then like the algorithm. This is what I'm assuming it does because this is what I've been able to see as a user. I'm not a tech genius either. I admit to a lot of my faults or my lacks of knowledge, I should say, not necessarily a fault, just lack of education and knowledge in these areas. But so like when you're having like these hashtags are helpful to track the videos and stuff and people's interests and whatnot because you tag it with like what type of video it is, comedy, stand up, or right wing or whatever, right? Whatever these hashtags, right? And then like when people like that sort of stuff, the app tracks that and is like, oh, you like videos with this hashtag, so we'll just show you more of those, and that's how it can like be sort of a snowball effect.
Yeah, yeah. Although I don't know what it is, man. Like Instagram and Facebook is like being insanely horny, man. They're just trying to like, send me a bunch of suggestive shit. I'm like, what the fuck, guys?
Well, it's based off your follows, man. You should
I
should
don't.
probably change up your follows.
I follow so many meme pages. How the fuck?
That's true, actually. A lot of those do have
Yeah.
women, and a lot of those there's a lot of like full on nudity now on Instagram. It's really like weird because like the moderators are obviously like either lacking or just something's breaking through that shouldn't be breaking through somehow. You know, it should be like maybe it's like a loophole or something.
Yeah.
It's really whack, dude, and it really like trips me up when I see that shit. I'm like, man, I'm just trying to like find a good meme, you know, like.
Dude, I fucking follow like two, maybe three models. I follow 13 meme pages. And they're sending me the wrong shit.
Yeah, they're suggesting you the wrong things.
Uh
Those,
that
it's those three models, dude. It's those three models.
or they're doing it deliberately because, fucking sex sells, man. Shit. Like,
Well, it does, man. Yeah.
You gotta keep that addiction going. And you know how you keep that addiction going?
You keep putting that on because then you're like, oh shit, I need to go to the hub or something. You go to the hub and there's more ads and like, yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps you going, dude.
I just need memes. I don't want to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy.
I don't want to be horny anymore. I just want to be. Please, I beg of thee.
Silence, wench. I do not wish to be horny anymore. I only wish to be happy.
I only desire peace.
Exactly.
I seek no pleasure in these trenches.
I seek no pleasure, only peace. And memes.
Only that I may know what it is to laugh again.
Oh god, facts.
Yeah. But what else? Let's see. So there was that. There was Andrew Callahan has like several coming forward. It was like based off one TikToker who came out, and like it sounds all really like bad.
Yeah, it's like it's fucking whack, man. It sucks. Literally just after his fucking special too, with Jonah Hill and Tim and Eric attached to it too. Like fucking hell.
Yeah, how to the career again, man. It's like, well, I mean that's like I think the TikToker. I watched some of the video. I found some of the content on Twitter, and I'm certain it was the full video, or at least the first one. I haven't looked into more of it, and maybe I should. But the accuser was saying that she couldn't stand watching him be having success after like what had happened and stuff, and so that's when she decided to move forward. So it's like it is just very much a result of how it's a I think the destruction at the height of the career is sort of a I'm lost. I'm at a loss for words. A representation of the consequence of the actions, or an amalgamation of the consequences of their actions. You know, it's very yeah.
Kind of like Icarus flying close to the sun in real time.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, but like if Icarus like raped somebody, you know what I mean? Like,
oh
before he got the wax wings, you know, and then like, no,
the story starts with him being in jail for something, so it could have started off with rape. You know those Greek stories; they have a lot of rape in them for some reason.
There's a lot of that just in mythology in general. I think. Yeah.
No, fucking Medusa, man. If you look at her original story, she was the victim. She was not a monster. She was a victim.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she got done dirty, dude. Exactly. Medusa got done dirty
by Poseidon, and their boss was like, "You broke my one rule, so I'm gonna fuck you to hell and back by giving you this curse."
For real, dude. Yeah, but so that let's see what else.
Speaking of sex, Tucker Carlson and M&M's.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. His never-ending quest for wanting to fuck an M&M.
Oh god, his fucking selling point was like, this picture of the M&Ms. You know, they brought the boots back, but now they're like lesbians. So it's like, it's a thing. It's the morals of America. And I'm like, bitch, it's a 2-year-old picture. Like, what do you get your lore straight? You know, goddamn.
It's just like, and then like I saw the other thing, like this guy like Nick Adams, this Australian guy, which it's so fucking funny to hear him talk in the video because like his accent is so like outback Australian, and it's that sort of whiny, and it's just annoying when you hear like that whiny voice mixed with really bad opinions. Like it's just so funny. And I saw like a TikToker making a comparison of like a skit he did using M&Ms as like a metaphor for I can't remember what the situation he was making rhetoric about, but it was some right wing bullshit. And then like now they're actually like doing this bullshit with M&Ms, just because they release this special package that's like it's all females, like ooh, that's gonna help solve global systemic sexism. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna really be effective. You know,
And they're focusing on the fact that the characters are upside down when it's like it's supposed to be clever because if you flip the packaging to where they're right side up, it doesn't say M and M, it says W and W as in women. So it's like it's just a little clever play, and people.
Okay, that's kind of cute. I like that part. That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the packaging. I'm not particularly tripping about it. I don't agree with any of these opinions. I'm also just saying it's not particularly helpful in any way to the cause.
Yeah.
But it's just funny to see people react so overtly in such an exaggerated, like over the top manner of just like, man, M&M's has gone woke. It's like who like who gives a shit? They're not. They're just trying to sell products. They're just trying to trick people into buying more of their products. That's all marketing is. So it's like, who cares, dude?
Yeah, it's like, okay, sure, I'm woke because I want people to have affordable healthcare. I want people to love who they love and, be happy and whatnot.
And I want my female M&Ms. Goddamn it! I want my woman M&Ms.
Exactly.
What Nick Adams calls it, my feminist M&Ms.
My feminist M&Ms. I will not wear my political affiliations on fucking candy. Okay, I will eat those M&Ms and not give a fucking shit unless if I don't take lactate, then I will shit. So.
Because of the milk chocolate. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't care about the packaging. I don't particularly go out of my way. Actually, my favorite chocolate candy is Kit Kat, so I don't actually buy M&Ms anyway. So I'm not emotionally invested in any of this.
See, I'm more of a Twix and a Mounds guy myself, but go on.
Twix is good. What's Mounds again? What's Mounds?
Mounds is basically Almond Joy, but like minus the almonds. It's basically dark chocolate and coconut.
Oh, that's actually really good. I'm not super big on Almond Joy. Almond Joy is cool. It's a good mix of like the three. You got the coconut, you got the almond, you got the fucking chocolate.
Exactly.
It's a fine mix. I just don't actively pursue that. I usually have all three of those separate, I would say.
But fucking dark chocolate and coconut is like, it's like this.
That's heavenly, dude.
Exactly.
The texture, just fucking fantastic, dude.
And fucking Kit Kats slap. I have underappreciated Kit Kats my entire life.
Kit Kats are hella good, dude. I get those mini ones at the theater sometimes.
Oh, shit.
Those little ones in the little wrappers, you have to like unwrap them, and you have like a pile in your little cup holder because you can get a soda because you had the candy. Anyway, yeah, they're super good. Yeah, and so the M&M's thing, it's like but I've loved that my TL has been like a lot of that. There was also some discourse about like Hobo Johnson like being a bad artist, and like I think my argument a lot with art and expression is like, I know I'm shifting gears here a little bit, but maybe it's sort of related to the M&M's thing. But it's like
that's fine.
With art and expression, it's you can interpret it as bad. It's all subjective. There are people who enjoy Hobo Johnson, and quite frankly, I do like the track Peach Scones. It's a little different. It feels like kind of like that kind of like pop that like he's trying to be like Doa 21 Pilots, which is like that's cool. I respect that.
Yeah.
And I think he enjoys doing that sort of thing. But you can also be a person who doesn't like it. You don't have to rail the fucking guy for like you don't have to drag him. I mean, you also don't have to rail him. But you don't have to drag him for like him just expressing himself how he does. It's like that's his art form and that's fine. It's and one could say it's not good and another can say it's good. Like it's like I heard this saying, it's like I may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm someone's shot of whiskey. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, that's 100%. Like, it's only if you do like a legitimate crime against music in terms of like flow and style and everything.
If it just isn't like, if it isn't in a coherent way, and like if it isn't, because like he's got melody, he sings a little bit offbeat, but people do that on a regular, like Freddie Mercury of Queen did that on Somebody to Love. He sang a bit offbeat and stuff, and like that's fine. It worked because you had the flowing melody in the back, and like I think Hobo Johnson has that, and it's a performative art I think as well in some capacity, because I mean he's very much putting emphasis on certain words and that sort of thing. He's not really singing, and he's not really rapping either. So it's like it's a weird mix of the two, where it's kind of he's not doing, he's doing something, but it's it's in between.
Exactly. Like the thing that I understand is that when it comes to art, movies, music, everything, if it makes you feel something, like if you actually sit and listen, watch, or observe, and it makes you feel something, then it has succeeded in what it is trying to do.
It's moved you, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you've just you've reacted in some way, and it's maybe mirrored or activated an emotion in you. And I think that's a good point. I was at this like show on Thursday. It was this artist Melba Moore, who she's like this Tony-winning award artist, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's like does Broadway stuff, and she does like soul and like jazz and like kind of like bluesy rock stuff. Oh my, dude, the bassist in her band, I was watching him the whole time, and I was like, bro, he's just like hitting that dude. It's fantastic. He's like doing so well. I was so entranced for a while, and so anyway, so I remember this point where she's just singing. It's the other singers, right, that are helping her out, and like they're all singing together, and like I was just moved, dude. I was like, fuck, man, it's powerful what she's singing about. It's great, dude. I was very much enthralled, dude. I'd never seen her live. I probably heard like a couple of her songs before I went, but man, it was fantastic, dude. It was fun. And me and my buddy got to talk to the keyboard guy.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he was super cool. We ran into him like on the way to the car, and like we were chatting it up and like thanking him for the music and shit. He was hella cool. We followed him on Instagram, dude. He's local to Oakland and stuff. It was super dope.
Dude.
Because the show was out in Oakland. I hate driving to Oakland. I hate driving the fucking 880. No one knows how to drive it, so there's always some sort of accident that increases the commute by like 30, 40 minutes. So it's like, bro, I hate this shit. You can never spend less than an hour and a half on 880 going to Oakland, and then going back, dude, is the same disaster. So it's like, oh my god.
Jesus.
Or it's a little better once you get like out of Hayward and stuff. I think it's just like, again, people just don't know how to drive it, and there's like a crazy kind of car culture in Oakland that inspires chaotic driving or encourages it. That's the word I was looking for. Encourages it. So it's, I don't know. I don't mean to denigrate the culture or anything, but 80 is just a fucking nightmare to drive. But I had a good time at the show. And so, yeah, back to your point, it's like, yeah, whatever art moves you in some way, I think it is art, you know what I mean?
Exactly. If it's a positive or a negative emotion, it has moved you in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's only if you really, like, even just sit and listen through the whole thing. Like, someone like Razzle Khan is, like, just so terrible at making music. You don't even want to like listen for like 5-6 seconds.
No.
Yeah. No, it's bad.
Who's this gentleman?
Razzle Khan is not a gentleman. She's a woman, and she.
Oh, my bad.
And her husband. This was news a while back, like 2, maybe 3 years ago. I don't know. Time's a flat circle. They were caught stealing like was it $4 billion worth of cryptocurrency?
4 billion, Jesus! Why that much?
Because it didn't start off as 4 billion. The value of it jumped up after their heist. So it's like stealing a Lamborghini, and then immediately that Lamborghini turns into like a gold-plated, diamond head encrusted Lamborghini in your garage.
That's amazing. Good for them, dude.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal because they are not that bright. So how they managed to pull off this heist is beyond everybody, including the FBI. So, yeah.
Well, good for that. Speaking of another couple this week, dude, let's talk about that scandal out of Tennessee there, brother.
We talking about Megan Hall right now?
We talking about Megan Hall right now.
Oh, fuck.
That whole thing. Like, okay, like, first off, with your coworkers, that's like really risky and just really bad. And like, I mean, people can do what they want to do in the privacy of their own homes. They can hold the relationships they want and then carry out their job or whatever. I'm a slut in real life.
Yeah.
But then at work, I'm like, I gotta help, treat people and stuff. I gotta help provide mental health treatment. And so,
be Godzilla in the streets, King Kong in the sheets,
Exactly, dude, exactly. Yeah, I do be banging my chest like, ooh.
Oh my god, no.
No.
Oh, fuck.
And some of this was on duty, and so it's like, bro, that's like kind of on you. And then again, it's like you're fucking all these cops that are your coworkers, and then like the marriage, you're lying about it being an open marriage, and the husband is obviously very uncomfortable, but he's handling it really well like a champ.
Back the blue, more like backshot the blue, am I right?
Backshot the blue.
Oh, fuck.
Bro, fucking... That's insane. Uh,
Oh god.
and that's a whole. She was, I mean, but she was also like having like a serious substance abuse and like mental health issues as well at the same time. So maybe that was like a symptom of it. Who knows, man?
Yeah, no, as much as people joke about it online and as much as I joked about it here, it was like it was tragic. Hearing like the final line of that article, it's like, fuck, man. She's really going through some shit.
Yeah, obviously, dude. I mean, like you're not in like you're not in a happy marriage if you're like cheating on your husband constantly with six dudes on several different occasions. Which like I don't judge anyone being slutty. Again, like this would be fine behavior if you weren't like if it wasn't your coworkers. That's just a little close to the chest, man. Like don't be doing that shit. And they were close to her chest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
fucking hell. Oh, Jesus Christ.
and she was like having threesomes with like their wives and shit. It's like, bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool as shit. But like, that's also like, it's just tragic when you find out about the marriage and then her mental health stuff and like, and just again the fact that it was like on the job. I just don't. That's not. That's your own risk, man. That's your own fault. Like maybe if it were just them banging at the home, I wouldn't really have an issue with them
Yeah.
doing a thing. It would be probably like again, it's an HR problem because it's like you build biases and stuff if you're sleeping with people.
Yeah. Also, to give the viewers context, this was all on duty that she was doing all this stuff too, by the way.
Well, yeah, a lot of it was on duty. A lot of
Yeah.
it, I was reading a Daily Mail article, which, by the way, the Daily Mail is gross how they described her. I was like, bro, you don't have to slut shame her so much. They were using so many derogatory terms. It was really left a bad taste in my mouth when I read that. It's like they're commenting like on her body type and stuff. I'm like, bro, that's not necessary. The woman has been like national headlines already because of like a sex scandal, dude. Let the woman be, dude. This is like
This girl's getting roasted on Twitter. Stop, please.
I don't think that candidate Anthony Weiner was like more dragged through the mud than she is being right now. But
Yeah. And
I mean,
that is
what? I actually don't. I was in high school, I think, when that happened.
No, and you're 100% right though, because like he was not dragged through the mud. It was more like a Clinton-esque scandal with him. Like
They don't slut shame men, and we need to be doing that. If we're gonna, we either need to slut shame nobody or we need to slut shame men.
No, they only shame men if it's like actual sexual assault and rape. That's the only way they shame them. Like if it's
Yeah,
if it's
and
consensual,
like,
then it's one-sided.
if the woman's choosing, like if she wants to have multiple partners, I don't really see what the issue is, right? Like I'm a bit of a slut. I mean, I'm dating someone right now, and I've just been, with her the whole time, but like beforehand, I've been a pretty big slut. I'm not gonna be shy to admit, and so it's like I don't think we should be doing that, man. We shouldn't
Yeah.
be denigrating anyone for making that choice. People can carry what they want to, as long as it's two consenting adults. There's no problem with it, man.
Yeah.
It'd be a little hurtful if like there's a miscommunication on what the status of the relationship is, but it's obvious she made it very clear she was in an open marriage, which was a lie. So like she is hurting somebody, so you can shame her for that, for hurting her husband.
Yeah.
Shame her for the fucking. We're all just animals at the end of the day, dude. I would have engaged in this. If I had the opportunity, if I could be like with six people at once, dude, I'd be down.
I mean, yeah, shit.
I would be down, dude.
Oh man.
Not on duty, not not at the job, man. That's also you can also shame her for that. That's like not acceptable. But
What is interesting though is I was scrolling through all this and like what is it, all the like jokes and memes and whatnot, like there was two that like stuck with me. It was like them roasting her hairline. I'm like, really? Like you ran out of a good joke, you gotta roast the hairline now? Fuck you guys.
what's wrong with her hairline, man?
Have you not seen her forehead though? You can put ad space on it.
That's so mean, man. But also,
I say as like people roast her fucking hairline. I fucking did it. I'm sorry, but it was a good joke.
I thought it was fun. I laughed.
And the fact that the few people doing that didn't even use that joke, I'm like, wow, you guys are some shit fucking comedy writers.
The internet is like insane. You sent me that one meme where it's like, all right, guys, we're gonna do a team
building
exercise, and then like you cut it to like the team building exercise, just a picture of her. That's so good. I thought that was very good, but it's also is denigrating a little bit. But I mean, like it's all in the sake of fun and jokes.
Well, because it's like what they said in South Park: either it's all okay or it's not okay. Like that's just how it is. Like you can still feel bad about making a good joke,
sure.
but like
you can say a joke's in poor taste. I think it's fair to say you can joke about whatever, man. I mean, like that's how we like cope with the absurdity of existence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is just a very funny situation. I just think it very much sucks that like she's being dragged for the fact that it was a sex thing and that like it was multiple partners and like if it had just been like if it had just been the issue of like I will say her hurting her partner you can focus on and you can focus on the work part but like just the sex in general like if she's having affairs in her home or like if she's having like a not necessarily an affair like she had like she did have but like if she's having multiple partners in her home and they come and go as they please and whatever and it's all consensual like go for it it's like it's totally fine um but yeah, so that was just a very insane story this week, and it's like, and all the reports are about like, oh, the police department says they're trying to build trust back in the community. I'm like, yeah, good fucking luck with that. On top of like police brutality and like now police sex scandals, it's like, dude.
Yeah, I think the LAPD is probably more thankful that this didn't happen in their jurisdiction. It's like, oh, thank God. We just have
We just had one scandal this week, is like
exactly. We can have the 40% of our sheriff's department beating the shit out of our significant other instead of clapping other things.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What's in reference? What you're referencing is that 40% of police officers on the LAPD commit domestic violence.
Yeah,
which is true. But yeah. So the LAPD thing this week was just sad. I had to watch the video and I fucking hated it. And like I was just like, man, this sucks. It just sucks. And it's like, I don't know, man.
Remind me again what happened because I must have missed this.
Oh yeah, this was the Keenan Anderson thing. So like it wasn't really prevalent for very long, which I think is really shitty. Or at least that was what my algorithm had shown. It wasn't a lot of focus.
Well, yeah, because if you probably Google cop scandal, Megan Hall is like probably the first one that pops up, not this guy.
Yeah, maybe. And so so anyway, so like it was that this 31-year-old teacher, this black teacher, was like he got in a car accident, I think, and he was going to go over to the police to get help, but then they started, thinking he was a threat. They started apprehending him, and I think because he was like freaking out and like I think he was having like a panic attack. Some reports said so. Like they like tased him and stuff to calm him down, but they tased him to death, dude.
Oh my god!
So it was while he was trying to get help. Yeah, it was like it's bad, dude. It's really bad. It's really fucked. It's really horrible.
I don't know how to feel about that. Fucking hell, Jesus.
Nothing's gonna get done, man. Nothing's gonna get done about it because that's what always happens. I want something to be done about it. I want the cops who did this to like be prosecuted, but like they're not going to be. I think the only time that's happened was the George Floyd case, and that was like pulling fucking teeth to do so. So it's like
yeah. But you can take solace in the fact that a cop goes to prison and. If you know cops, they do not do well in prison. Holy shit.
Probably not, dude. I bet like that guy's got like special like watch or something. They're like the guards protect him or whatever, and also because he's a cop, so they're just like, oh, you're one of us, man. Even though you fucking killed the guy straight up. But like anyway,
exactly.
Yeah, it's just it sucked. It sucked watching the video of them tasing him and stuff. It was just horrible, dude. Just terrible.
Yeah.
He was screaming like they're trying to George Floyd me, and I was like, bro, oh, that sucks. And they did. They did. If we can use that as a verb now.
I mean, yeah.
I guess since it is a prominent case, and it was similar to this case.
It was the one case that really got people like riled up and trying to make a difference, and really showing the ugly side of like police departments. It was a whole fucking thing. So yeah, I think we can easily use George Floyding, me as like a fucking verb.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right. And then I imagine what the reaction of protest is going to be to this situation, and I wonder like how the police are going to handle it very poorly because they always have. But yeah, whole bad situation. It just sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
World is kind of ass right now.
On a great note, good time for horror movies in January, apparently. You went to see Megan. How was that?
Megan was good. So Megan was like, it was a little bit of like, it was mostly jump scare kind of stuff. It wasn't like horror. there was kind of a gross part where she's like slowly ripping off an ear, so that was just like hard to watch. But
Okay.
but overall, it's a very fun movie to watch. It doesn't take itself too seriously. The concept is really easy to get through real quick, and it's just very like Megan's just fucking hilarious. It does like just I don't know, it's out of pocket shit. She like sings songs and stuff. She like was singing Titanium at one point after she like murked a dog, dude. It was
Wow.
yeah, I know, dude. She killed like five people and a dog, I think, in the movie.
Was it a
Or
big dog or a small dog?
it was like a medium dog.
Oh damn. Well, I still feel sad, but shit.
No, yeah, for sure. It was I think it was like four people and a dog. Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
Making waves.
it wasn't a huge body count, but it was very fun to watch. It was very good, very fun, very funny. And then also earlier this week, that was much better. In a lot of other categories was Puss in Boots, dude. Ooh, The Last Wish, bro. So like, there's been a lot of discourse about it on Twitter, a lot of weird discourse at some points, but like a lot of it has been praised, and I absolutely agree. The animation style is very fun, very well done. The story is just really good and really interesting, and like it really, I love how they explored death in this movie. The cast is stacked. Like it's got like Antonio Banderas obviously, and then Selma Hayek plays like a love interest. And I guess I didn't know there was a spin. There was a first spin-off. I didn't know this was a sequel. 11 years later, mind you. But like there was, I guess, a first Puss in Boots that was a spin-off of Shrek, obviously.
Yeah.
And so I want to compare. I want to watch that and compare. So I have to find that. But this one was like great, dude. And like it. So you had Selma Hayek, and then you had Florence Pugh played Goldilocks, and Olivia Colman was like the mama bear and stuff. And then there were two other actors who were playing the other bears. And they were very good too. I just can't remember their names. I think one of them was Paul something.
Well, now I have to look this up because this sounds amazing.
It's a great movie. It's very fun. It's very heartfelt. It's very good. Like a lot of good messages, and the way they explored death was really mature, and like really, it just also really sick. Death is like intimidating and very just cool and clever, and like just super fun to watch. I had fun all the way through. John Mulaney plays like I guess if you've ever heard of what was it, Jack Gorner or something. It was like a nursery rhyme or whatever.
I mean, there's a lot of them. There's The House That Jack Built. That's a nursery rhyme. There's Solomon Grundy. Obviously, people know that one from the DC comics.
Yeah, there's that. There's was it Jack? It's Jack something. It was like about a kid who stuck his thumb in pies or whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
Going back to sex, that sounds pretty sexual. Fucking hell.
Fuck yeah, stick the dick in the pie like an American pie.
Forget the thumb, get the whole fist in there. Really, just
But John Mulaney was really fun in that movie. It was just a great movie, very enjoyable. I definitely want to watch it again so badly. I'm gonna wait for streaming though. It's not like I'm not gonna go to the theater again to watch it. There's a lot of other that are out that I haven't seen yet that I still need to see. I still haven't seen Avatar. I haven't really bothered with that. I'm not particularly eager to go see it because like the first one was like visually it's stunning. It's great. It's a great movie. The story is just kind of like and it's fine. It's like oh, it's about nature and stuff and protected and it's not and you know colonization stuff and like actually those are pretty important themes I guess in the current political landscape. But
No, I'll tell you what. I'm waiting for Avatar to go into streaming. That way, I can watch it from my computer screen at 240p. It just says James Cameron intended.
hell yeah, dude. Oh my god. That word, man, Jesus. What else have I not seen in theaters? There's a couple. I need to find what else is showing. So my girl went to go see that new horror movie. I haven't talked to her yet about it, but it's called Skinamarink.
Skinamarink?
I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But she said it's like really like tense. It's not like super horror, but it's really tense and scary. One of my favorite horror movies, if we're on that topic, is like Hereditary. I fucking love that one, dude. I left the theater so just gutted after that one. I was like, fuck, dude. It's crazy.
See,
and then Tony Collette, dude, fantastic in that movie.
I still need to see that and Midsummer. I still haven't seen both of those.
Hereditary is now on HBO Max, and then Midsummer's on Hulu, so definitely check that one out. That one also freaked me out. That was like really interesting. It's not, and then the way they like portrayed the shroom trip was really good, and just the whole thing was just tense and uncomfortable, and very cool. And Florence Pugh always shines. She's fantastic in like everything she does.
Yeah, because there's a lot of crying and screaming in Midsummer, isn't there?
And she's really good at that. She's really good at the crying. Yeah, there's a lot. They play so well with the sound in that movie. It's really just like it's very good. It's very well done, dude. Very well put together movie. Um, Goddamn, definitely worth a watch.
Yeah. No, that's why it's like I've heard so much praise about Toni Collette in Hereditary, and then seeing her in like Knives Out, I'm like, you got all this talent, and you kind of underuse it. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, she didn't shine in Knives Out. I'll be honest. But she also didn't have a lot of room to shine.
That is true. That is true.
She was playing like a one-dimensional character because it was like it was kind of a whodunit, but not really. It's because we know whodunit. You know what I mean? The first Knives Out is very much like it's still cool. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It just reveals to us the murder too quickly, so we don't feel like we can solve it. But that's maybe the point. And then the second one, though, I loved loved the second one, dude. It was phenomenal, dude. Oh my god,
I still need to see that one.
You haven't seen it? Oh,
no.
Dude, I need to talk to you about it because, like, oh boy, you'll know like what I'm talking about is like there's a point in the movie where just it flips you on your head, dude. You're just like, yo, and it's a whole new thing. Awesome, sick. Benoit Blanc is so great, so quotable still.
Yeah.
He says this one good line. It's like it's a dangerous thing to mistake speaking without thought for speaking the truth, don't you think?
Oh shit! Damn, that's a good line. Fuck.
There's a lot of archetypes in this movie that Ryan Johnson is trying to portray, and I think that's very funny, and it really adds to the movie really well. And it uses COVID as kind of like a background to like also help describe the characters because like it's like the type of masks they wear, type of precautions they're willing to take. Really says a lot about them, right? So it's like
okay,
interesting. It's very cool. The movie is very well put together. The score is great. Everyone's great in the movie. Even Janelle Monáe. I shouldn't say even, but I'm always. So I think I talked about this before. Is like I'm always skeptical when when a music artist decides to like go into acting, like Harry Styles going into Don't Worry Darling, like he did fine, but I heard My Policeman did really poorly.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake is a good example of someone who does go from music to acting. He does very well.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so did Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe was great in this movie.
Although David Bowie is peak of going from music into acting.
Oh yeah. I need to see the Prestige because like he plays Nikola Tesla in that movie. I found out. I was like, bro, I'm gonna see that.
Okay, now I have to see that too. Fuck.
And it's a classic Nolan film, so I mean, I should definitely watch it. But and it's got Hugh Jackman, dude. Daddy Hugh Jackman, bro. Oh
Daddy Hugh Jackman, 54 years old and still a sexy beast of a man. Jesus Christ.
Dude, for real. He's just like... Every time I see him, like, some photo of him on Twitter smiling, I'm just like, he's such an attractive man, dude. He seems like such a good-hearted man. I hope he doesn't get, like, Me Too'd or canceled or something. He's just too pure.
Oh, no, he's too good of a guy. Like, so when they were doing scouting for Laura Kinney in the movie Logan, they were going through a bunch of kids to, like, look for the part. And the last girl that comes in, Daphne Keane, who gets the part, they were like, she's got something about her, man. Like, we got to get her in this movie. And, like, because he's a father, he was very good at interacting with her through scenes. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Coaching her and stuff and helping her out.
Yeah, and they legitimately had fun making this movie, despite how heavy the fucking movie is. So it's like, shit.
And she's a really good actress in the movie, and she's really young. She's like a good kid actress, or she was. Now I think she's still a teen, so she's still a kid. But like, I think she's definitely older now. That movie came out like 6 years ago now, dude. Or wait, was it 2017 or 2018? I
think it was 2018. I want to say.
Let's see, Logan.
Yeah.
2017, dude.
Wow. Time is a flat circle. Fuck.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she's like, oh my god, she's like 16. Yeah, I think she's 18 now.
Fucking hell.
Wait, 2005 to 2023. Yeah, 18. She's gonna be 18 this year. Her, I think her birthday already passed. Let's see. Oh, it did. She just turned recently 18. Oh, wait. That's
Wow.
just like maybe a bad thing for the internet to find out.
It's okay. They were gonna find out eventually, anyways.
Yeah, but it's just that's gonna be a whole.
Well, it's not nearly as
huge
creepy as like with
conversation.
fucking Millie Bobby Brown, though. That's the thing.
Well, all the kids actually,
Oh, that's
but
true.
especially her. She's like been matured very quickly, which is a little concerning, a lot of concerning, because it doesn't really allow her a lot of space to be, a kid. Um,
Yeah, that would certainly damage someone for sure.
it would have an effect. It would have an effect. I wouldn't necessarily call it damage, but well, it definitely stunts some emotional growth. I think, or it accelerates it, or it expects an acceleration, but the mind probably can't keep up with that. Depends on the person, but I hope she's okay. I hope she's happy. She's enjoying life, doing her thing. I mean, she's a 18-year-old girl. She probably isn't enjoying life. Being a teenager is a really lame age.
Being a teenager in this time is like a terrible time. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
Oh well, yeah, with social media and stuff. Like, I mean, like, there's a couple schools trying to file lawsuits against like Instagram and stuff about like Instagram and Snapchat about like girls' body images and stuff and like how it's negatively impacted them.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I think there's merit in that. And I think the challenging thing is like people always say it's like, oh, the parents should be moderating what the kids watch. The internet is everything all the time, anything and
Yeah.
everything all the time, as Bo Burnham said. And it's a lot to just keep track of. And like adults can't even keep track of it because we don't know. There's so much, and it's like
Yeah,
it's
and
just, dude.
you get this like lack of like proper like communication and interaction in real life. Not enough people touching grass. They like fall into rabbit holes with like people like Jordan Peterson or Andrew fucking Tate, God forbid, and they start
Right?
emulating
Yeah.
that kind of behavior.
They get into these echo chambers and and they don't formulate positive social interactions because the internet creates an opportunity. I have an edit in there that says this was the point where Gil's laptop died and we had to restart. Um,
Yeah, don't worry.
so
Master
we left off
editor
on
will figure that out.
yeah. What happened? What were we talking about?
We were talking about like internet interaction and how not going outside enough can
Yeah,
damage
it's
the
like
mind.
so the internet. You want to record?
Yeah, I already hit record.
Okay, sweet. So the internet provides for people to be as mean or as callous as they want, and there's not a set internet etiquette yet. People are like very like just people can be very very nice or very awful. It's all based on personal choice because of like level of like anonymity and like what they can get away with and stuff. And it's like it's very what's it? It's just not very healthy. It's very bad for the mind and for like a growing teenager, especially. It's like not really good.
Well, yeah, because you're still like young and trying to figure out things in life and whatnot, and who you are and what you want to be. So like having that kind of like total disconnect is like it's very harmful in a way.
Yeah, you create like identity and stuff, and you like figure out like how to interact with people and stuff, and if you're doing that online, and like you're also like trying to figure out yourself, right, with the identity thing. So you're asking a lot of questions, and you're uncertain a lot of the time. And the internet breeds uncertainty because there's so many different opinions going off at once, and people are like denigrating some of the most basic things, just letting people vibe. It's like I think that's really ruined people to just like to be able to like. They saw this video circling around of like this guy who like he went to like some DJ thing or some concert or whatever, and like yeah, I heard you swallow wrong. You good? I heard that, brother. I heard that go down the wrong
I'm good.
pipe. Nice. That was great. I appreciate that. Um, no, so there was this guy who went to this like DJ show or whatever, and like he was just like kind of vibing. He was like just bopping his head back and forth and just listening to the music. And people were like dogging on him for that. It's like, bro, he's just enjoying the music. He doesn't have to like do it overtly. He doesn't. He can just. I go to rock shows all the time. I'll avoid the mosh pit and just be dancing in the back, like yeah, bobbing my head a little bit, fucking rocking out, dude.
Yeah, that's how I was
Well,
doing when I
yeah.
saw Starcrawler live, bro. Like,
People can go and mosh, but just respect a man who does not wish to mosh.
exactly. Like people just can come there to vibe. People can just also come there to fucking mosh.
You want to like take some more time to collect yourself? That sounded really. I heard that distinctly. Like I was like, no. I said, "You're like, should I keep talking? It sounds like he's dying."
Oh God! Someone fucking kill me! I can't even swallow water properly. Just fucking shoot me in the fucking head. Put me out of misery.
Can't do it right. Morty, I can't swallow water. I can't respect women.
Oh, I can respect women, but I can't swallow water.
Yeah, you're very good at one of those things.
Oh fuck. There we go.
That was like I was not expecting that shit, dude. Oh my god,
dude, this.
I tried to wait as if I was gonna smell it somehow. Like
you got that fourth dimension, bro. Like
fourth dimension burp, bro. Let's go.
Smell-o-vision, bro. Fucking James Cameron wants your location.
I remember there was this promotional thing years ago for like Spy Kids 4D.
Yeah.
Remember that shit? They had like the scratch and sniff things. You scratch it during certain scenes, and you could smell what's going on in the movie. Like,
you know what's disappointing is that I forgot most of high school, but I still remember the fact that there was another Spy Kids movie with fucking Smell-o-vision.
that's etched into our brains, dude.
Exactly.
I can forget fucking high school algebra, but like, which actually I remember how to do imaginary numbers. But anyway,
well, you still know how to do them.
Fucking needs that. Like I just need to do my taxes, bro. Like just give me that basic math. Which I shouldn't have to be doing my taxes, but that's the whole thing, kids. Quick little side lesson. There's a bunch of tax companies like TurboTax and H&R Block that are lobbying, which means paying senators money to vote on legislation not to create free filing taxing, which is what every other quote-unquote developed country, I'm going to say westernized, I think that's a better term, westernized country has, but we don't because we're capitalist swine. But so you have to do your taxes every year, you go to prison.
Exactly.
And now that I think I was reading they were trying to defund the IRS, which like at first I thought it was a meme, but like I guess it's reality.
Wait, they're like H&R Block or like who the fuck is trying to defund the IRS?
I think like Republicans.
Okay, I was gonna say like how much fucking power does H&R Block to defund the IRS?
Yeah, for real, right? Like
there's two things people fear: the IRS and God. And guess who's fucking number one?
Yeah. IRS, dude. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, like, it could land you serious prison time if you fuck up your taxes, dude. It's like it's really serious thing. Yeah. So let's see. In its first order of business, fulfill the campaign promise by voting to rescind much of the funding boost for the IRS. So it literally wanted to defund the IRS. They wanted to take away most of the funding boost that was like signed in last year into like the Inflation Reduction Act or whatever, and it would eliminate 71 billion of the 80 billion in new IRS funding. So they're taking away like 90% of the funding that they were supposed to get in this new bill or something.
I gotta love how like people online are like, oh, you want to defund the police? Well, fuck you. We're gonna defund the IRS instead.
Yeah, that's like I don't think that's a good thing, man. Because like that's gonna lead to like a lot of like employees either getting laid off or not getting paid or like getting underpaid. It's supposed to help hire 87,000 employees in the next decade. Oh, it's to replace some retiring, I guess. But I think that just probably means they're going to be paid less. Or that's going to stay stagnant, which, I mean, I don't know how many employees the IRS has. I don't know what their costs are and stuff, what their salaries are. But also, like...
Well, let's say an average IRS employee is, like, into their 60s and 70s, right?
I imagine maybe if they're all reaching retirement age, they have to rehire a bunch of people, dude.
Exactly. So they've been sitting in that job for, like, forever, probably. So they got good pension and whatnot, good wages.
It's a government job. They do get pension. That's great. You get to ride that, which I think that's like your whole salary, isn't it? or whatever.
Exactly. And then if you get a whole bunch of new people in, you start them in with what the rates are now, because that's how it is now, not back in the day. So, and they're gonna get fucked royally. So that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's
I will say this though. This is now a good time, kids, to convince your friends, your family, your parents, your grandparents to all commit tax fraud right now. When there's no employees in the building.
Budget. There's no, when they all retire, man. Just this year when you're filing your taxes, dude, just lie a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, just get some tax. They can't arrest all of us, dude.
Exactly.
The 9 to 5 boys does not recommend committing tax fraud. It is a federal crime.
We just want to state that you will land prison time, but it'll
be worth it. It'll be for the meme.
Who knows with government employees nowadays? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, who knows, man.
Read the statistics. How many FBI agents are there right now active? How many IRS agents are active? Just do your own research, and we'll leave it to you.
Yeah, just figure it out. You're smart. You got the internet. You got the greatest information tool in front of you.
Exactly.
You just click a new tab after watching this video.
9 to 5 boys does not condone this at all. Whatever anyone else chooses to use this information for, that's on them.
That's right. We just promote the increase in knowledge and knowing and information. We do not condone any illegal activities done as a result of said information. We just want to stress that a lot, just want to make sure that's clear.
You sound like a Wendy's drive-thru employee.
Wait, hold on. You're talking to him in the mic, like, dude, you gotta commit tax fraud. He's just like, sir, do you want to break it or not?
Oh my god. Can you say, sir, this is the Wendy's doing that? This is so fucking scuffed. What are we doing right now?
This is off the big bad, dude. I think this is a good end to the show, end to the podcast, end to the shift.
Dude, it's this is the point where the edible kicks in. What the fuck is going on?
Mine kicked in a while ago, man, before this started, but yeah.
Oh, shit. I love it, bro. Oh, one more thing before we clock out. Licorice Pizza. Great fucking movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
You haven't talked about this, so actually let's provide a little window here. Let's give it an extra 5 minutes. I need to hear your thoughts on it, man.
It is fantastic. It is not as creepy as a relationship as I thought it was going to be, based on the context, but it's actually weirdly sweet. It's fucking great.
It is. If you can get over the fact that, I think it's not as bad, right? And I'm not justifying, I guess this would be hebephilia. I'm not justifying pedophilia in any form. It's just gonna make me sound more of a pedophile to explain it. So pedophilia is when you're attracted to people who are prepubescent. Hemophilia is a term for when you're attracted to someone who's not post, but kind of hitting puberty. And so it'd be someone who's 11, 12, 13, 14. And then ephebophilia is someone who's attracted to 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-olds, right? Or maybe not necessarily 18 because it's a legal adult. But that's sort of the categories, and it just makes me sound more of a pedo if I say it like that, but I swear to God I'm not.
There's two things you need to know about this movie, viewers, is that A, it's the guy pining after the girl, and he's 15 and she's 25.
And yes. She's denying the advances. She's continuously denying them until she develops this platonic relationship with him and cares for him and stuff and is his friend. And then it is once he's legal, she professes her love and stuff. Sorry, spoiler alert. Great, but they end up together.
Yeah.
It's a well done movie. It's a lot of things happening to them. And it's all surrounded by their their little off the beaten path love story.
If you look at it through the context of two young people who have an interest in each other, purely platonic for the most part.
Gary's just trying to tap, dude. Not gonna lie.
She's not the only one, guys. He's pining after several, during this whole thing too.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's trying to get at hella chicks and he's a little player, dude. He's a little slut.
Exactly. This fucking.
He's a little slut. He's being a little slut.
I don't know if we should talk about a 15-year-old that way, but okay.
Shouldn't be calling teenagers kind of iffy territory, but yeah.
But no. It's a great fucking movie, and like if you look at it through the lens of like two young people like trying to figure out life as they go along, it's actually a really nice movie. It's just so fucking good.
Because they're figuring it out together, you know what I mean? That's like what brings them closer together. They're kind of like, it's kind of like light trauma bonding, which is like, that's cool.
Exactly.
There's just a lot that goes on. It's a very fun movie. Soundtrack's great. I like there's a story, there's like a side story out of nowhere about like a gay mayor, and it's a whole thing about like a secret lover and shit. I love that part. That was insane, but I was like, whoa, I'm invested. Like, this is cool. It's a great movie.
Fucking Bradley Cooper being batshit insane trying to chase ass in the middle of the street.
Being crazy, like, while dating Barbara Streisand or whatever, like,
Yeah.
just love that. I love that component. Sean Penn's in it for no reason. He just comes out of nowhere, dude.
But he fucking crushes it.
Yeah, for the short time he's in, dude, he crushes it. I like the two main actors, like,
Alana Haim and Cooper Hoffman.
Cooper Hoffman is, like, fantastic. Yeah, and what's her name? You said Aluna Haim?
Alana Haim.
Alana. She's great. She's phenomenal. I was very impressed, and she's funny. She's funny as shit. My favorite scene is the dinner scene, where she's Jewish, so she takes like an atheist guy home. It's not Gary. It's some other guy she's finding after who's like legal and like more attractive, conventionally speaking. I actually quite like. I think Cooper Hoffman's a very cute guy. But anyway, so like she brings this guy home to dinner, and he's like saying like, "Oh, I'm an atheist" or whatever, and she's like pissed off at him and arguing with him. It's like she's like. She's yelling at him like, "Let me see your dick. You're circumcised." Like, it's fucking funny, man. It's a very funny movie.
God, it's so fucking good. Fucking good. Also, the title actually comes from vinyl records. Licorice Pizza is slang for LP, as in, long plays.
Oh! I did not know that.
Because vinyl records are black like licorice and round like a pizza.
Wow, I didn't know it was a plan on that. That's very cool, actually.
Yeah, so if anyone confused by the fucking title of the movie, that's where it comes from.
I was confused. I never understood it until now, so thank you for that. That's very eye-opening. I like the whole little story where they're trying to like do the waterbed business.
Yeah.
And they shift it to being an arcade. I think the whole movie is just it's a coming of age kind of movie, and it's really good. It's coming of age for both Elena Haim's character and Cooper Hoffman. So it was Gary Valentine, and then what was the girl character's name? Alana?
Yeah, Alana Kane. Right? Alana Kane. So yeah.
That's right, yes. It was actually her name. Yeah, that's right. So
and her siblings and her father and her mother too. Literally her whole family was playing her family in the movie.
Oh, that's why they did so well. I was like, yeah, that sounds like dad. I believe that, and that's funny. It's actually her dad. That's great. They're also a good music group. It's her and her sisters, right?
Exactly, yeah. And speaking of fucking, musicians going into acting, damn, she fucking crushed it. Like shit.
She's killer. Yeah, she's a good example of a musician turned actress. But yes, that's a great way to wrap up the 9 to 5 boys shift. Talking about Licorice Pizza. Go see the movie yourself. Determine how you feel about the potential grooming. I think it's fine.
Same here, honestly. Plus, it's the 70s. There was a lot worse things going on in the 70s than that,
Right, and he was just a year younger. It's like, and she waited, so it's like, all right, you're fine. But anyway, so
exactly, and sweet. Nothing weird about it at all.
It was actually, yeah, they were just very close and very close emotionally, not so much like physically intimate. But yeah, it was great movie, fantastic.
Oh, yeah. But we are clocking out now.